introduction. Dr. Ferris has elected to have his interview take place in open session, and according to the statute, that's what he's entitled to. So I would like to entertain a motion to come out of executive session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Aye. Motion carries. So here we are. Dr. Ferris, we have about 10 questions. We'll go around the room. We've allocated roughly 30 minutes for this, so that tells you about how much time we have to spend on each question. If you're finished talking about something, just stop, because you leave yourself more time for others. Just to get things started, just basic qualifications. One of the requirements is a master's, and at least a master's in administration, education administration. See on your resume you have that. Can you just tell us a little about one of the requirements is recognized ability as a public school administrator?
Sure. If you have access to my bio, I was a teacher for 15 years in Virginia. I was located in Bedford, Virginia, which is located right between Lynchburg and Roanoke. It was the Golden Crescent of Southwest Virginia. It was a very fast-growing community. I was a teacher and a coach at Stanton River High School, and I was also later assistant principal at Stanton River Middle School and principal at Stanton River High School before taking the superintendency in Pocahontas County. I was there for 5 years. I moved from there to Marion County, where I spent 5 years, and I actually was retiring, and the job came open, and I was invited to go in to see if I could help the folks out there. And I've been there ever since.
Okay. So I think that also covers recognized ability as a public school administrator. The other
I have been recognized for that. I guess if you get an appointment as a superintendent, that kind of sets the tone for it as well. I've been recognized by my peers at WDASA for my leadership at that time in Marion County, and also recognized on the national level by the AASA. I was a finalist. They select 4, and I was a finalist. The fellow that ended up winning was Reed Crew, who was at Miami-Dade, who is now the CEO in the state of Oregon.
Have you ever been convicted of any crime?
No, sir.
Okay, thanks. Okay, our first question goes to Mrs. Phillips.
Dr. Ferris, please discuss your thoughts about the opportunities and challenges of decentralizing control of the education system as recommended by the Governor's Efficiency Act.
Well, Ms. Phillips, that's the reason that I'm here. I believe strongly and have gone on record in the past that if we want to make the deepest impact with student achievement, that it's best done at the local level. I apologize, I've got a frog in my throat. I'm not sure where that came from, but I'll go through that. I do believe that, thank you. In my leadership at Pocahontas County and Marion County and in Randolph County, we understood that the State Department of Education was there to provide technical assistance as well as the resources. But we found that some of the decisions that we made at the county level actually helped us with our student achievement. The first example that I can give you where local school systems have the autonomy is that in 1989 I was introduced to SREB as a classroom teacher, and I maintained that relationship as a building principal and as a superintendent in Pocahontas, Marion, and Randolph County. And I strongly believe in much of the research-based approaches that they were taking for improving student achievement, particularly student achievement in CTE students. We have a large number of those in Randolph County, and we know that the best practices that we become involved in with SRAB, which has led to many different things. One, the leadership development modules that we put in place in Marion County and that we have in place in Randolph County for supporting and nurturing school leaders, as well as the best practices. Their research ties their practices straight to the NAEP scores. And though we don't disaggregate it by school level, we do see achievement results, particularly in the ACT and the SAT. I'm proud to say that this year, Randolph County had a growth of 1 percentage point on our composite scores on our SATs, or excuse me, our ACTs. There's only one county that had more, and he's sitting right there. He's the one that was hiding from Priscilla back there when she was talking. And they were at 1.5. There were 24 counties that showed gains in the ACT, and I'm proud to say that Randolph County was one of those. When you begin to take a look at gains in ACT scores, if you have a 0.1 or 0.2, you make a pretty significant change. When it goes to 1.0 and higher, that tells you that there are things in place that are working. As superintendent and becoming involved in that, one of the things that I did, and there's some folks in here that can attest to this, and Donna can and some others, is that when we went to the SRAB summer conferences, the superintendent got on the buses and rode with them. It was important for the superintendent, at least in my mind's eye, to become engaged with the teachers. And we rolled up the sleeves and we worked together. We went to the workshops. We talked about it. We debriefed before we went. We looked at our test data at the secondary and at the middle school levels. And we said, here are the best practices, the things that we want to see, and that's what we've done. So I guess I hope I haven't spurted around your question, but that is a shining example of what I see, not only in the counties where I've been, but in other counties around us, that those decisions are best made at the county level.
Thank you. I have a budget question. The Department of Education has an operating budget in excess of $2.5 billion, I'm sure you know. What priorities do you have in working with that budget, and how would you make sure the counties receive fair and equitable resources?
I think that the roadmap is there.